As I'm so fond of talking about, the food scene here in Prague has changed drastically in the last few years. Of course, much of the food and service industry has been impacted, often negatively, by the COVID-19 pandemic. However, not everybody has found it to be a bucket full of tears. Some people have managed to open up new eating establishments and are in the process of creating a thriving business here in the Czech capital. To talk about that today, I am here with Gianluca Pini, a native of Italy who is co-owner of Kohoutek, a most unusual chicken restaurant in Prague to Vinohrady. Hello, sir.
Hello, Derek.
Remember, you can subscribe to this podcast, and if you like what we do, you can donate via our Buy Me a Coffee page. A city is much more than just a collection of buildings. It's a location, it's a history, it's a culture, it's ideas and ideals, and a city is also, most importantly, the people in it. This is Prague Times, the podcast that takes a look at the city of Prague in the Czech Republic. With more than 1,000 years of history, there's a lot to talk about. We'll talk about the past of Prague, but we'll also talk about the city as it is today, future plans for the city, and much more. It's Prague then, Prague now, and Prague later. And this is Prague Times. So, Gianluca, your place, Kohoutek, makes chicken, but it makes cockerel, which is quite unusual. Usually people just eat the girl. Why that? What's up with that? It seems like an unusual thing to be doing.
Well, in Italy is more than 30 years that cockerels are on the plate and on the market, on the Italian market. And it's interesting because it's not about the sex of the chicken, but is about the age. Because our cockerels, they have more or less 30 days of life. This is changing a lot how you have to feed it. So there are really different things how to breed a chicken that it has to live for 70 days, or a cockerel that it has to live 30 days. For example, the first one that I have in my mind is about the vaccine, which we are proud to say is the cockerel itself is 100% bio because it doesn't need any vaccine.
And who's your supplier? Are they local? Are you having these chickens brought in from Italy? Do they fall from the sky? What?
We are importing them from Italy because we've been trying for more than a year, going pharma to pharma here in Czech Republic, but without success. And so we got the contact as everyone else in Italy from the best pharma that they are producing these cockerels, and we are buying from them.
Okay, so I've had this cockerel, and I gotta say it's damn delicious. Is it a traditional recipe that you're doing, or did you cobble it together from a bunch of different sources? Is it your own recipe? Where'd you get the combination of the way that you cook it, the herbs and spices that you use, and so on? Where's the technique come from?
So my colleague, my business partner Simone, before to start, while we were still in the project phase, he went in Italy for 3 months, and he learned he was working as a help chef or in the kitchen in this kind of restaurant in Italy. So he took nice lessons. So we took a base of season, and we adapted, we did so many trials. We changed it percentages of spices. I'm telling you about there are more than 12 spices in the seasoning of our cockerel.
So you ate a lot of chicken while you were making it perfect.
Oh yeah, we did. Oh my god, I'm expecting wings soon.
The thing that makes this different than, say, eating just chicken, hen, is that it all tastes like dark meat. Even the breast tastes like dark meat, which, chefs chefs don't like chicken breast. They're like, it's dry and it does this. It's difficult to work with. Whereas the way that you prepare it, the whole thing has that succulent dark meat kind of flavor.
My colleague Simone, which is our chef here, like main chef at Kohoutek, he would say like it's everything thanks about our smoking and slow cooking method that we have, because like he's keeping like all the liquid that we have and like in the right percentage inside, so like it's not drying up too much, the perfect amount of percentage of liquid inside. And then like is this kind of breed, just like a small brackets, we are talking about almost 400 grams of meat. So it's like the cockerel is like supposed to be for one person, like a meal, a full meal for one person. It's not a big chicken. Chicken like usually is like the one you find in other grill place or like supermarkets, 1.5 kilos. The chicken is like half price of one cockerel. I'm talking about like the purchase price, you know, like from pharma. And this is like because of the quality of the meat itself. And like, as I said before, all the feed and like the food process that they are giving to the cockerels. And I would add, because like since I'm talking about the best farma in Italy, which is like in Lombardia, is like in between the mountains. And these cockerels like are breeded on the ground and like open spaces. So that makes the difference.
Happy chickens make happy meals.
Oh yeah. Before to get the cockerel in the plate, there is like a long preparation. That the seasoning that is taking like a lot of hours, mostly around 70 hours of seasoning, because like all the season, like all those spices, they have to go through the meat. Then there is like the process of smoking and the process of cooking. Plus, in the barbecue and spicy version, like there is the dressing or the glaze.
Did you know that you wanted to start such a restaurant? Is that why he was working in that place and learning those techniques and that style of cooking? Or was it just, I love cooking and this is what they cook? It's like, what was the genesis of it? How did it develop?
Our third business partner is like still from Brescia, Fabio. It's like more than 15 years he's living here in Prague. Simo and I is just about like 4 or 5 years, and he had like in his mind to open a restaurant, and like his first thought, it was about the cockerel, because like all the time he was here for business trip or like living here. It was missing the cockerel, because in Brescia there are more than in our cities and also in other cities, like originally is from Venice. So it was missing the cockerel. So it was like, oh, like we should bring it here to Prague. And then like when firstly like he approached with this idea, Simo and I, we said, yeah, of course. Simone, for example, didn't know at all what it was, so he had to go to Italy to try it.
So you said you've been here 4 or 5 years. Fabio's been here longer. I mean, you're Italian. Italians love two things. We all know Italians love talking with their hands, obviously, but they love warm weather and they love food. Oh, and the sea. So let's go to the Czech Republic. No sea, quite cold in the winter, and the food is, I like it, but it's heavy. Why'd you come here?
Well, I came here firstly because like work. I studied reconstruction, which like actually even in Kohoutek helped a lot because of the whole interior and space, because like we started from scratch. And for like couple of years, so I was involved in reconstruction because I got a offer. I've been in Prague the first time when I was 17. So like I really loved the city, and I was like, oh, I should come back soon to Prague. And that's why I got on like a job offer that I accepted. You could tell me like, you are crazy, like why did you come here? Because for almost a year I was living in Madagascar. So yeah, the weather is It's a little bit different, and also the culture and people here. But yeah, everything perfect.
So you've been working on this Kohoutek project for a while before you opened. How did you find the space here in Vinohrady, and how do you like the neighborhood? Is the neighborhood a good fit? Are you thinking, gosh, I wish we'd been someplace else, or is this is the right place for us?
We've been lucky because Fabio, our partner, is involved in real estate here. We were thinking about where to open the first Kohoutek. All the area here in Prague, they are completely different between each other. And Vinohrady is like a beautiful residential area and is one of the most international one. So the option was like city center, so tourism, or Vinohrady residential. Since like it's the first of everything, of our experience of cockerel in Prague, the sale concept, because like in the bistro, like we are selling also like what we like, for example, chairs, art, motorbikes, accessories. We wanted first try in something like easier for us, and this space, it was already available, so like we said, okay, let's go for it.
What was this space before? I can't remember. Wasn't it like a weird Chinese restaurant or something, or what was it?
Actually, for 10 years it was empty. When we came in, it was not even the floor. It was like just like 4 rooms without any system, any electricity, anything.
Just mice.
Yeah. And I think like 15 years ago was for a while it was a bazaar. And before that it was like a sklad, like a warehouse for some other activity. So yeah, like we managed to do everything like we in 1 year, like actually with problems, and the current period it took like almost a year.
So you kind of like, you have your traditional recipe version, and then you have a kind of a barbecue version, and then you have a third version. And like, are you gonna do like specials, like, hey, we're doing a Christmas version, or we're doing a Valentine's Day version, you know, or like, is there other stuff in there, or you're like, look, we're making it simple, this is what we make, if you like it, cool, if you don't, go someplace else?
No, we are thinking like sometimes, for example, we are doing like really good onion rings, and you know, like for onion rings in tempura, we are doing a lot of tempura, which is like really good because like we are using Czech traditional beer, and sometimes we are saying like, can you imagine like the Kohoutek, like cockerel with tempura, like with the Czech beer tempura. Ooh. So sometimes like we have in mind like these experimental things, but we are not ready yet to do it because like we are increasing and like improving like our recipe and like our cooking method like all the time. So still not like special version of the cockerel, but it will be.
And then you have these other products. You said you're kind of like, hey, we like A, B, C, and D. We like these other things. So you thought, yeah, we're going to sell this food and this other stuff. How did that come about? Was that always the plan, or did that just come about sort of naturally?
It's something that we said, okay, like we have to create our own space how we like it. Since we are buying everything new, and probably if the business like is growing, we will need to buy more things. Why not like finding the right companies and collaborators in order like to have something in the stock? And if like someone, like we want to give like the experience 360 degrees to our clients, like if someone likes something, why not like purchase it?
So it's almost like you're creating a little sort of Italian cultural embassy here, you know, like do you think that an Italian would walk in here and go, oh my God, I feel so at home?
Yes or no, because not everything we have and we are selling is Italian. Like, for example, the art that we are selling, for example, we will be changing like soon the portrait and stuff, but she's Bulgarian. The motorbikes, they are Japanese, assembled in China, for example. The jackets, they are from US, like we are selling also accessories for motorbike. So helmets, they're from France or Spain. Jackets from US and Asia. So different things, you know. The cockerel must be the excuse to enter in the space.
Right.
And like if you like something, you can bring it away with you.
Now, I don't know because I'm not a business owner. I'm a freelancer, so I have a freelancer's license. The Czech Republic, and Prague in particular, seems to me to be quite business friendly. Has that been your experience, or has the Kafkaesque bureaucratic paperwork nearly killed you? Or is it a combination of the two?
Since I'm coming from Italy, I would say easy peasy.
Really?
Yeah, Italy is still based on Roman Empire. I just remember that.
That's true.
So here, like, bureaucracy was pretty easy, like, to handle and go through, and really happy about it. I would say, like, completely different for the reconstruction world. I would say that it was a tough experience, first of all. I think, like, here in Prague, I don't know if you have the same feeling, but everyone here is an IT and there is, like, no manpower. So that's, like, the consequence is, like, from our experience, you have two different kind of company. Like, one company, like, is the one, okay, I take the job and it is what it is. So, like, mostly is gonna be, like, problems to solve because of calculation not did it correctly, because of rush, because of unexperienced, because of people working, because like there are no workers. I just say that. Yeah. Otherwise, like on the other side, you have companies that they are really professional, but they are so busy that they're saying like, okay, to do the reconstruction, you have to wait 50 years.
You guys did something quite interesting. Obviously, the COVID-19 hit everywhere in really March of 2020. You guys opened in April this year, 2021. So you've opened your pandemic baby. You opened up during the pandemic, doing reconstruction work all during that lockdown period and everything else. I can't imagine it didn't add complications.
It was a challenge. It's been a challenge because for 2 months we were just delivering. We were not open to the public. And with all the COVID restriction, the fear because of spreading the virus and like cleaning, like the sacrifice was double because like the hours of work was more, the income of people was less. So sometimes like you're losing your hope, especially like after 1 year like of works to set up the machine, and then like this machine cannot run because of the condition. So it's been a real challenge, and like I think like the heaviest thing is like having like one COVID test like per day, you know, like I'm losing my brain.
My nose hurts.
That's how it is.
I know you're on Volt. That's how this is my first time being in the actual physical space, but I've had the food from here multiple times using the Volt delivery service, which for people that don't know is a food delivery service that originates in Scandinavia, but is spreading quite rapidly and is very quickly put most of the other similar businesses out of business. Uber Eats tried to start up here, and they just, during lockdown, they couldn't compete with our homegrown Damajidlo. And Volt, which has honestly fantastic service, but they charge a hefty fee for it. How has that been to work with? Are they responsive? Are they helpful?
I think this kind of business, like delivery platform that like it pop up, especially like thanks to COVID, let's say, is a good way to do marketing. So like he has a lot of positive things actually, because for new businesses that they don't have possibility, like financial possibility or like organizing possibility, like to deliver their proper food, like they can easily use this app like Volt or Damajidlo, and it works pretty well. Both of them, they are slightly different, and one is a little bit more international and the other one a little bit more traditional. The only thing is about the commission. That's like the main point that they are taking from the restaurant. They are a lot, and not always like it's clear how much they are taking from you. So like also the word that you have to spend, like to check all the things, the payment is a lot of stuff, but at the same time is right now it's good to have it, but we are already thinking to have our own delivery.
I didn't walk past one day and go, Kohoutek, what's that? But I found out about your place on Volt because I was scrolling through going, what to eat? Oh, what's this? Oh, that sounds interesting. Let's try it.
In this kind of case, marketing helps a lot, especially like in this current period that everyone is a bit lazy, let's say, and everyone enjoys more staying home. Not everyone, because also smart working and like home office for someone can be heavy, but everyone's moving when you see a new restaurant, not like through your emotion because you're passing by, but like behind a screen, everyone's looking about reviews or like the picture, how it looks like. So let's say the old way is abandoned, and like the new way is like through social media, website, and also this platform for the delivery. It's like really important. We know all about like our human history, like really big facts. They always change the way how to live, and like the society and like culture as well, like in decades. About like small businesses I think is difficult to say how it can change, because we are still there, we are still like in between this. It's more about like when we will go out, if things like they are going back a little bit to the normal, or they will completely different way how to eat, the way how to, I don't know, how to dress, how to drive, how to buy, or how to travel, like everything's gonna change. But it's something like, we are still in the middle of this, so we will figure it out later.
You're pretty modern already, just the physical location. You've got digital menus up using digital signage, and you've got these kind of like this touchscreen ordering system, like what I know McDonald's just put these in, etc. Was that always the plan, or was that necessitated by the restrictions and worries about COVID?
I would say that it was already in the plan, mostly, because we want to create something that after like the opening and with the time, it's gonna help Kohoutek to run itself. So the automatic cash desk at the entrance like helps us like as staff to take the order and like make faster everything, like being prepared, and like on the other side the customer, because like the first obstacle is the first time, like the first time ever coming, because you're saying like I don't understand this, why should I put effort in something that I'm going to eat, But this like when we are teaching and like we are explaining how it works the second time, like our customer, they understand that they are saving time, first of all, because we are not expecting to be a fast food, and we are not a fast food. We are always there to be ready, like to do service, but like just with the kiosk we are getting a little help, and the customer too.
And so when I walk in, and immediately right there are those touchscreens, is that just for takeout, or can I also use it to dine in the space?
You have the multiple choice. You can eat in, so you just have like to digit the number of like the place card, the 3D place card we did like by ourselves, like to optimize a little bit time and things. Select like the items you would like to eat. You can either like pay by cash or by card. Sit, be served, or like serve yourself at the bar, is up to you. Like everything like is you have like multiple option, otherwise like to taking away. Like in all the challenge, it's been also like the kiosk, because like we had like to join and like to collect different company to do those kiosks, because like we imported them from abroad, the hardware and the software was made here in Czech Republic, so like we had like to be the collant and like the glue with these two parties. And all the other technologies that we are using, for example, the beer system, I don't know if Derek, you saw it, like is this automatic American bottoms up, like it's drafting from the bottom, so like you can do multiple beer at the same time. Or like our oven where we are like cooking and smoking our cockerels is a special product, like it's from US.
So just like with all the stuff that you're offering, it really is, even though the eye of the hurricane is this very traditional Italian food item, food dish, is really an international effort, really. And it seems like your staff is also quite international.
Our food is based on Italian recipe, but they can be quite international because of meat, because of barbecue, because of grilling, because of smoking, and our staff too. Like I think we are 20-30% Italians, and all like the other part, like rest of the group is we are from Latvia, US, Czech Republic. China, we are international, so we are speaking sometimes like like with all the mix of these languages is coming out Esperanto. Like at the moment, the strongest method we have to communicate is the gesture.
So how's your Czech coming along?
Takže dobrý. V hospodě nebo restauraci je fakt dobrý, ale jako když potřebuju mluvit spolu jaký lidi pro nemocnice anebo nějaký další věc, pro mě je trošku těžký, ale pro rekonstrukce restauraci je dobrý, no, sociálně můžu říkat je fine, acceptable.
That's what Czech sounds like when spoken by an Italian.
With Italian accent, ti volle.
Ti volle.
Ti volle. Prosím, ještě jeden pivo.
Yeah, right, yeah. So, what percentage of the business that you're doing now would you say is delivery and takeout, and what percentage is people actually eating in the space?
So I would say 50-50. We are there like week more, week less, but we have people coming. Like it's like still difficult to say because like we are, as you said, quite new and we don't have an history behind. So sometimes like we are expecting, okay, like it's Friday, Thursday evening and Saturday, let's prepare everything, and then we are working more like in the lunch, like during the lunch,
right?
And like basically in the lunch we are just 3 people and like we are dying because running as much as we can.
So what does success look like for you? You'll be approaching your 1-year anniversary. Is it that you're just you're getting by? Is it that you're running out of product each day? Is the ultimate goal to open up additional places? If so, would they be the same thing? Would they be something different? What's the long-term plan?
We would like through Kohoutek to get the satisfaction of reaching like the ceiling of the quality, the top quality of the products, and to have a product that like is always the same and like tasty, and that is not gonna change. Is more than like I give an example, as I said before, 30 years that in Italy like everyone loves cockerel and like they're eating cockerel, and like we would do the same here, like first for us. First, like for our team and for everyone else. So like we also say like in a lot of posts and like hashtag in Kohoutek we trust, because like we think Kohoutek can give a lot of possibility to everyone. Like no matter what, like if you are a customer or like you are working with Kohoutek,
Right now, I think we can safely say you are the best Italian-style cockerel in Prague, because you're the only Italian-style cockerel in Prague. Do you think that there's going to be like a run on this? Do you think some people are going to go, damn, that's a great idea, and start copying you?
That's a good question. Like we think that like good ideas must be copied, but there is like on the other side, we went through all of this tough project because like we want to be the only one forever. So we like the whole I bet on like people doing all of what we went through, because like it's been like a unique experience. And that's why also because like of the automatic cash desk or like the beer system, like something that like is not so easy to reach. I don't want to say that I'm not expecting someone to do the same, because like it's something that it can happen, as you said.
Yeah.
When like a product or like a thing is valid, you're doing is like in the human process. At the same time, like I think like we did something difficult to reply, and we also did what we did because like we would like in a near future, let's say, to give the possibility to people to have access like also in different Kohoutek.
The truth of the matter is, I had never heard of Italian cockerel before, and then these guys opened up Kohoutek on Sleska Street, number 49, in Vinohrady, Prague too, and I tried it, and then I tried it again and again and again, because it's really, really excellent. And now that I've seen the actual space, it's a pretty unique, forward-thinking, forward-looking kind of an eatery here in the capital city of Prague, which, despite the fact that it's 1,000 years old, is also surprisingly forward-thinking. So I'm going to urge you to just try it, because I think you'll probably like it. So I've been speaking with Gianluca Pini, the co-owner of Kohoutek. Thank you very much for talking to me today. Super interesting stuff, and I wish you all the success in Prague.
We say thank you to you, Derek.
Thank you, everybody, for listening. Again, you can subscribe or donate via our Buy Me a Coffee page. Check the episode notes for links to Kohoutek and other things that we talked about here. Thank you for listening to this episode of Prague Times. If you liked this episode, be sure to like it or share it and tell your friends. Check us out on all of our social media platforms for extra goodies as well. Until next time, this has been Prague Times.